Welcome to the Rock and Roll James YouTube channel. I've got next to me guitarist extraordinaire from the band Sons of Texas, Jesse DeHoyos.
What's up? What's happening? What's going on?
So did you guys go and record in LA, or where did you record? What studio?
It was LA. We after we confirmed Josh, we worked out a schedule, and the five of us drove out to LA in some fucking, I don't know if it was a rental. Yeah, it was. We rented a vehicle for like a month. I think it was like a little Nissan Vogue or something. The five of us piled in there, put all our luggage in there. We went out there and we were like, let's make a record, man. And it was some of the craziest stuff that's ever happened. Like, I experienced my first 3 earthquakes in the same week out there.
Those can scare you, bro.
I can tell you, it is like, for me, the most terrifying thing ever. Like,
but for them, it's nothing, dude.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's another day here in California.
The one certain thing is the ground beneath you. When that shit starts moving, there's nothing you can do about it.
And there ain't nothing to hold on to either.
Yeah.
Because what you're holding on to is shaking too, you know. But so that's awesome, man. So that was the first album, man, that you all, released, and it did really well for you guys, man.
You know, we did really well on that album. All things considered, we're still a baby band, man. Mm-hmm. We're still growing and that kind of stuff. We're still establishing ourselves, and that's why, we get a lot of people say, why don't y'all do headlining tours? It's not the way it works, man. You got to establish yourself to where you are finally well enough known to sell enough tickets for you to be able to do a successful headlining tour. I mean, that first record, all things considered, like, they told us, you sold, I think they said 20,000 records quietly. And I was like, what the fuck does that even mean, dude? He goes, well,
it means a lot nowadays, Because
they were like, dude, nobody sells records that much anymore, especially not a fucking baby band. And they go, you did 20,000 records, and that quietly means that you did it without, fucking big ass, a big stink about, these guys are selling these records and that kind of shit. Like, you guys put in the legwork. We went out, we toured, we sold every fucking CD by hand, shook hands, looked them in the face, and it was like a big percentage of that was from touring, and we were put out into the road and just relentless touring, man. Touring. As a matter of fact, just recently we finally got a break long enough to be able to be home with the families and kind of catch up with all the craziness. And it's that first record was crazy.
You guys opened up for quite a few bands, man. What are the bands you were? I saw that you guys were like in Colorado. You opened up for some.
Off the top of my head, we were with Hell Yeah, which was one of the coolest tours I'd ever been part of.
Rest in peace, Vinnie Paul, man.
Pantera. There will never. I've said it a million times on social media. I'll say it again. There will never, ever be another band like Pantera.
You did some also All That Remains. I think you played
All
with
That
them.
Remains, Buck Cherry. We've done Devour the Day, label mates from Razor and Tie. Man, just Audiotopsy, which is like a mashup of some of the members from Mudvayne, which is Greg and Matt, who were in Mudvayne, the drummer and the guitar player. They started that band. We'd done In This Moment. Man.
Well, I saw you guys within this moment, and I honestly thought you guys blew them away because,
thanks,
you guys are my cup of tea, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this moment, I like what they do, and it's very theatrical and all that. But I'm just, back in the day in the 90s when everybody was into grunge and that Soul Asylum, REM stuff, I was into stuff like Pantera, like the stuff you guys. I've always been into aggressive metal. Yeah. You listen to me in the morning, you know what I like.
Yeah,
man.
And I was going to say, man, I know you back that up because I listen to it in the morning.
Yeah.
And now the morning show's like a spiked piece of fucking coffee, man. You're like, fire that shit up.
Yeah, so I've always been, into that, and I've always, and during the 90s, I was in a different genre of a radio market, but I always wanted to end up in rock radio, and that's what we're doing, and I'm really happy that I'll get to play y'all's music in the morning and in the afternoon. And
yeah, man, and I really want to say thank you for spinning our stuff, man, and like, we're in the truck sometimes, on our way, I got a job while I'm down, gotta keep up with the bills and that kind of shit. But we're on the way to the work and that kind of stuff, and Rock and Roll James is fired up, and I'm like, dude, he's spinning our shit like in the morning, like it's a trip. They're like, dude, this is you guys. You know, we're in the truck, and the guys are like, this is you guys. I'm like, yeah, it's fucking Rock and Roll James helping us out, throwing out fucking tracks and shit.
Yeah. So you got your new album out. It's been out since September, and you're working on something new. You said, man.
Yeah, man. We kind of
the third album out of the 5.
The third album, yeah. But like the first record we did, it was 2 years, and then we released Forged by Fortitude. I told him, I was like, I don't want to wait 2 years to release another one. Let's see if we can jump ahead of the curve and try to write music ahead of time. Yeah. So that way, whenever they tell us, hey, well, you have the option to do the record, boom, like, you know, go for it.
How is it coming up as your creative juices? Are they still, you know, because obviously when you first start, man, you're on fire.
No, man, I'll be honest, like, I've been in a funk lately, but every once in a while you go into like a little slump, and you're like, man, I feel like I don't have whatever it is that I had back then to be able to come up with something. But then just out of nowhere, something comes up and you're like, dude, this is the fucking best shit ever. And you have those moments, you know, you feel like, no, but it's there, man. You know, you just got to get past that little funk. But yeah, man, I feel like some of the stuff we're coming up right now it could be great, you know, in the direction I hope it's going to go. Because right now it's still in the molding stage. Yeah. And just being able to work with the caliber of musicians that I'm fortunate enough to work with is just phenomenal, man. Like, these guys, like, they don't need to be held by the hand and that kind of stuff. And a lot of the times it's me, like, hold up, what is that? You know, like, help me catch up to whatever you guys are working on right now. But dude, it just helps so much that everybody knows their job. Everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. And it's not just their job. It's like Jason Witten. You know what I mean? Big Wit. Like, he wasn't just one position on football. He wasn't just a tight end. If he needed to block, he'd block the shit out of somebody. If he needed to catch, he'd catch. If he needed to run the ball, he'd run the ball. I think he even threw a couple passes. And fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, that's he was one of my favorite player from the Cowboys of that era. And that's the way I see us. Each individual person in the band is more than just their position. And like, if somebody else is slacking, the other person picks it up. If you're not feeling great, whatever it is, the situation, each one has the other person's back. And it's helps a lot during the writing process, during the touring, during everything you do. If you've got all your members pushing towards the same goal, that's what's going to get you where you want to go.
How's it on the road, man? You know, I see you guys are on the road. Which has been the rowdiest town, man, that you all played, man?
Rowdiest town, man. You know,
I've seen a couple of shows on YouTube, man. You know, in Austin, man, crowd's kind of rowdy, you know.
There's a handful.
But you guys have been like the Northeast and, you know, Michigan and so how's that, man? I mean,
off the top of my head, I have 2 that I can remember that were just nutty, man. And the first one that always comes to mind is the Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan. The people from the Machine Shop and that community really do have that sense of community where it's a family, you know what I mean? And when we went through, we were first time there, we'd heard about it left and right, and we were like, cool, let's see what this is about. We get there, the owner tells us, hey, man, if you need anything, come to me, my name's Kevin, you know, this and that kind of thing. Like, the guy was just, he didn't care who you are, where you come from, whatever it is. If you're cool, you're cool. Respect is respect. And he showed that to us from the beginning. He didn't have to. You know, he did. The owner, you know what I mean? Like, he's out there on the front lines with the rest of the staff, and everybody's there like family. And like, the people that go to the venue, the concert goers, the fans, nutty as shit. They love it, dude. It doesn't matter. Like, if you got good music, they're into it. Yeah. And every time we go, it seems like it's just more and more people, more and more people, more and more, and they're more crazy. They're more like, I'm like, man, like, we love going to Flint, Michigan. I specifically love going to Flint, Michigan. It's great. The other one is Houston, which is where we just shot our video for our upcoming video, man. Houston is nutty, dude. Like, these it's Texas, man. You know what I mean?
You guys shot a video. You got you're gonna put it out, or
yeah, we shot the video for
at the Scout Bar.
At the Scout Bar in Houston, Texas, for the song "Expedition to Perdition," and we did all the editing. We went through the editing, and Bobby Villarreal, who is the third Villarreal brother, Nick and Mike's brother, our bass player and drummer, Their older brother is a videographer, photographer, and just all around awesome dude. And he went with us up there and was in the pit, you know, shooting all the crazy shit that's going down. And we told people, we're like, hey man, we're gonna be shooting a video. You want to come be part of it, you know, come hang out with us, whatever, we'll be out there. And motherfuckers came out to fucking throw down. And the song we recorded, we told them we're going to record the whole set, but we'll give you a heads up whenever we're going to do the actual song for the video. And Mark made the mistake of saying, all right, this is going to be the song for the video, no rules. Stage, come to the stage, you know, all this shit, come hang out, give us a hug on stage, whatever. You know, whatever, lose it. And they did just that.
Oh,
motherfuckers
man.
were coming on stage.
I can't wait to see that shit, man.
Dude, one guy who I spoke to personally before the show came out, he was like, hey, man, you know, been wanting to catch y'all, whatever, this and that. Just cool dude. Comes up to us, asks for an autograph and some photos and that kind of shit. Comes out, and at the end of the night, he was, I think, one of the stage divers. He fell and broke his ankle in 3 different places. And I'm like, dude, fuck. Like, that's how crazy the shit was, you know? I texted him from, I guess it was somebody, a relative of his. He was like, look, she was like, here, check this out. This is what happened. And you could see it. Oh, we rushed him to the ER because he broke his ankle. I don't know what. I'm like, man, I hope everything's okay. It's not as bad as, you know, maybe we might think it is or whatever. But I hope everything goes smoothly and they take care of your pain and everything recovers, you know, that kind of stuff. And the guy reached back. He's like, man, like, it sucks that we missed the show. I'm stoked. Like, I wanted to see y'all and that kind of stuff.
You guys will be back.
We'll be back, man. We'll be back for sure. And, dude, find me on social media, man. I'll take care of you next time we go to Scout Bar. But, dude, the enthusiasm is just all the gas you need to make a big-ass fire.
Yeah, that's what happens, man. It just, like, pops up the level of your performance, man.
And you feed off that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're throwing down, and these cats come out here, and they're, you know, throwing it back at you. And it's just like a boost of energy. And you throw it right back out, and it's just a big-ass, like...
And it takes
pachangazo for the RGV.
Yeah, and it takes a while. It takes a while to calm down off that shit.
Yeah, man.
You're up till 5 a.m., man. You're ready to go. And there ain't no drugs, no alcohol. It's just the damn energy from that show.
That's exactly what happened. After the show, we were at Whataburger, because you got to go to Whataburger after you get them fucking beers going. And
how did you do it in Michigan, man? Damn, no Whataburger, bro.
No, but next to the machine shop, they got a place called Big John's that has the best fucking steak sandwich you're ever gonna have fucking anywhere. Fight me. I love that shit. It's called Big John's. And you know what's funny? There's a story the owner told me. You know what? Every time Dimebag came through here with you know, Damage Plan or Hell Yeah, whatever. I mean, not Hell Yeah, but whoever he'd come through with, Pantera or who, you know, whatever the project was, he'd come through there. And first things first, bus would be parked right next to the machine shop. Get down, walk right over to Big John's, get himself a steak sandwich, go back. It's like, man. And I was like, what's the big fuss about? Let's go check it out. Yeah. And, dude, it is all the fucking...
That's got to be awesome, man.
It's great, man.
So you were talking about Whataburger?
We went to Whataburger, and we were with some buddies that are from the Valley that now live in Houston. And I was like, dude, don't bitch out. Let's go party. You know, like, let's go hang out. We're going to fucking go back home tomorrow. Let's, you know, whatever the fuck. And he bailed on us, and I was like, man, what the fuck? You said you were going to party. And I was like, he didn't respond. I was like, all right, whatever. I fucking looked at the clock. It's fucking 4 a.m., dude. You know what I mean? Like, I was still, like, amped up.
It
you
felt
know?
like 11.
Yeah. I was still amped up. And I texted him. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. I didn't realize.
You could have drove back home, man.
We were amped up, man.
Well, man, I appreciate you joining me, man. This is like my first, interview podcast. Broke the ice with the cool dude right here, DeHoyos from Sons of Texas. You all need to go to their social media. You can find them on Facebook under Sons of Texas. You all got Instagram as well?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that cool shit, man. We're all over the place. And it's us that responds. It's not some fucking robot or anybody from the label or nothing like that.
Yeah, and this guy, he likes to go live. I like to check out his videos, man. Very creative. A lot of attitude, a lot of great stuff, man. But and also pick up their latest album, man. It's been out since September, and you can find it on Spotify. You can get it on iTunes. You can find it on YouTube. Stream that shit. You know, put a little money in their TuneCore account, man, and then help them out. And if you ever if they're ever around your town or your area, be sure to go check them out, because if you don't, you're gonna be sorry, man. These guys put on a hell of a show. They put 110% every time they get on stage. The time I've seen them, it was just a mind-blowing experience. It was like going back to see the Pantera days. I swear to God, man. This is the kind of energy these guys bring to the house. And Mark sings his ass off, and he's got an amazing band to back him up as well, man. I'm real proud of these guys, and I really appreciate you joining me, man. My first show right here, bro.